What is up, Poke fans? Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and welcome to Season 8 Rank Ladder Climb, where we try to climb the rank ladder and hit Master Rank using a team that we built from scratch with an asterisk. If you guys haven't seen yesterday's video, I kind of go over why it's kind of asterisk at the team. It's only because we're using 3 Pokemon that came from Sword and Shield. That's it. They were built from scratch, caught by me, and they've been able to be ported into the game. So they're now legal in Scarlet and Violet. So yay, that's cool. We're going to be doing team testing day 2. That's going to be fun today. I don't really have any other announcements besides happy 4th of July. I hope your guys' day is great. Hopefully you guys get the day off as well. I'm home from work, so I'm going to be making a couple of things for the YouTube channel as well as for the podcast that we're going to be filming this Saturday, which is going to be great because we might touch on the NAIC. We might be touching on the experiences that we have in the regionals, at least maybe JT's document of 16 whole pages in the Dropbox, which he doesn't know this yet. He'll probably know as soon as this video goes out, though, that I'm going to take his 16-page document and throw it into Grammarly, and they will grammarize the whole thing for him, so he doesn't have to do it, because I use Grammarly for anything that I do, and it tells me when things are not spelled correctly or if the grammar is incorrect. It helps me learn. Grammar has always been a problem for me growing up. I had missed a lot of school because of health issues, so I wasn't able to develop in that way that I should have. I spent like a good 4 or 5 months in the hospital and wasn't able to learn correctly. I just had to kind of try to understand it, and then sometimes it just doesn't. And then I don't know when, but I got dyslexia, which this is probably why I don't understand grammar as much, but who knows. I like to say that or blame it on my time in the hospital, because that was a thing and I couldn't really, anyway, that's it. That's all the announcements that I have. Happy 4th of July, people. I will be creating stuff so you guys can keep an eye on the channel, but for now, let's get into our next 5 matches. All right, our first match is ready to go. We've got Indeedee, Iron Bundle, Armarouge, King Gambit, Ursaluna, and Hawlucha, which is a very interesting build. We've got an infamous Trick Room usage with Indeedee and Armarouge, and then we have Iron Bundle and King Gambit to kind of level out the playing field in case if something were to happen. Ursaluna, who takes complete full advantage over Guts, but we haven't really seen it in the videos yet, so I kind of want to know how people are playing him. And then Hawlucha with most likely will have Unburden, because why have 2 people with Guts? I don't think Hawlucha gets Guts. I'll have to check that out, but let's see, how do we get over this team? So if we bring in Garchomp, Armarouge is most likely going to then Terra Grass, probably what it's going to do. Indeedee will probably redirect everything, so it's probably not good to do anything of that nature, but we will do as best as we can with what we've got. We will go Tornadus, a Chien-Pao, Urshifu, and then Regieleki. I think that's going to be the best. Now, you could still open up with Iron Bundle, and if they do, they got me. I mean, not really. I mean, they got, because Tornadus is going to be weak against Icy Wind, which Iron Bundle does come with in a kit, or even Freeze Dry. But if you want to control the speeds, that's how you would do it. Freeze Dry to knock out a Pokemon, Icy Wind to knock the speed down. We'll see how the first turn goes, though. Indy and Hawlucha. That's cool. Okay, so Psychic Surge is going to go up with the Indeedee, which makes priority moves not work. And then there's the Psychic Seed, so there is the unburdened Hawlucha. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, so we're going to... doubles the speed. We're going to want to do Tailwind, and we're going to do Ice Spinner onto the Hawlucha. Follow me from the Indeedee, which is going to redirect all the attacks onto her. Totally fine. Tailwind. And here comes Ice Spinner. Onto Indeedee's face. About half. Not bad. And the weirdness now disappears. Sword Stance on the Hawlucha. Now I can do my shenanigans. Let's see. Will Rain Dance be worth it here? Taunt is probably better. I think Taunt is going to be better. And now we'll Ice Spinner the Hawlucha. Detect, which is a protect move. Taunt will now go into Indity. So now it can't really do anything but attack. Ice Spinner will go into the Protect. And Indity, what are you going to do? Dazzling Gleam. Good call. There's a little bit of damage to Chien-Pao. It is still Dark type after all. We'll go ahead and do a Bleak Storm. And I'm going to try to take down Hawlucha still. I'm going to continue to try as much as I can. I think they're trying to like avoid being hit by the Tornadus though. Ice Spinner will finally hit the Hawlucha, which will knock it out all the way. Probably why he avoided being knocked out as much as he has. And Bleak Windstorm should now knock out the Entity, which does. Boom. 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 Let's go. Iron Bundle now comes out, which we now outspeed, by the way. And King Gambit. Both shinies. Super Overlord. Quark Drive is activated. Speed was heightened. Too bad for you. Oh, we get one more turn of Tailwind? That's cool. I will taunt the the King Gambit. Now Sacred Sword. Actually, I will not taunt. I'm gonna Bleak Windstorm. King Gambit will protect. Good call, because I doubled into that side essentially. But I also hit the Iron Bundle for quite a bit of damage too. Bleak Windstorm. Protected. But we'll hit the Iron Bundle still. Oh. Almost knocks out. Icy Wind. Will not knock out the Tornadus. Gets pretty close though. Not very effective against the Chien-Pao. Chien-Pao will lose a little bit of speed. Now, Tailwind is gone. For a little bit. We will Tailwind again. And I'll Sucker Punch into Iron Bundle. I wish my camera would go further. Just down, camera. Don't be so high. I'm 6'1" in real life. Don't put me 8 feet tall. Just put me back down. Back down. Okay? Just back down. Just please. Back down to a feasible level. I'm not a giant. Okay. Okay, Sucker Punch into Iron Bundle, which is going to knock it out. Goodbye. Thank you for coming. But I did leave the King Gambit alone. He did Terra Dark, and now I will use Sucker Punch. Oh, but it was for Tornadus. Oh, that stinks. Here, I'll do it again. Rain Dance to get 100%, Bleak Winds, and then we will Sacred Sword into the King Gambit. So now it starts to rain. Sucker Punch on the Landorus again, or Tornadus, and it does nothing. Sacred Sword into that slot will now get it to 2/3. That's a lot of damage. And I might as well. They'll probably not be expecting it, but why not? I mean, yeah, why not? Sacred Sword. You gonna get it this time? Sucker Punch will land, and it's for Chien-Pao. Good job. It took him 2 turns. I thought about protecting. It's like, oh, maybe not. But here comes the wind, which is going to knock out King Gambit. Ooh. Immediate pressure from those 2 Pokemon are really, really hard to deal with. But hey, first dub. Let's go. All right, our second match is ready to go. We've got Copperjaw, Gyarados, Fluttermane, Oranguru, Slacking, and Graffafafa. It's like Graffifi or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. So we've got a Trick Roomer, someone who obviously does really, really well in Trick Room. We also do have someone that does Skill Swap. So Slacking will do a lot. And with Graffifi being there is a Prankster. So it's interesting. We'll go ahead with Tornadus. We do need to be able to do a little bit with him this round. We'll bring in Garchomp. I think Chien Pao and Regieleki will be the best. We'll see how this team goes. So far, I have not used Amoonguss. We might switch out Amoonguss to be a little bit more beneficial for our team. Like, yes, Trick Room is a problem, but if I'm not using Amoonguss, I'm not using Amoonguss. Like, for me, he seems like a viable option, but if I don't pick him for whatever reason, there's no reason to have him. Does that make sense to anyone else? Okay, so Booster Energy comes out from Photosynthesis, which is going to help with that. Excuse me, Fluttermane be at 307 speed. So now we have a real thing to worry about here. We're going to Tailwind for sure for Tornadus. And we're going to use our Terra Steel Blast ability on the Fluttermane on that side of the field. Since speed, wow, getting ahead of myself. Since speed was adjusted from Photosynthesis, we do need to be able to knock out Fluttermane because it's most likely spec'd. Now it could have Pixel Plate, it could have the Shadow Plate, I think it's called. Helping Hand from Graffifi is going to go into that Fluttermane, which is probably spec'd. Tailwind will now come in. And now I'm faster than the Fluttermane. So now here comes the Terra Blast, Terra Steel move to Fluttermane's face. Boom. One hit KO. Now we don't have to worry about them anymore in the future. Now Terra Fire was going to be the obvious choice for Garchomp to prevent like Will-O-Wisp. But with Cresselia around, having someone with status effects isn't going to be the best benefit to anyone anymore. So that's why I selected this character overall. We're going to taunt the Graffifi, and we're going to go ahead and Earthquake that side of the field. If we taunt the Graffifi, we win, because now they can't do any type of support, which is what they were going to do with the Slacking. Doodle, that's the thing. Doodle would make them both have the same effects. So Slacking would get a benefit from having Prankster. So that's a good thing to know. Graffifi will live because of Focus Sash, and Slacking does Body Slam on Tornado. Okay. So, because Graffifi is now taunted, he can't do anything status-wise. Now he's left to attack, and his speed is really fast, but we are currently still under Tailwind or 2 more turns. So we're going to go ahead and get set up for everyone else in the back by going ahead and using Rain Dance. I could use the Bleak Wind, but because Rain Dance isn't up, Bleak Wind isn't going to do anything, but we're going to click it anyway, because, again, oh wow, the voice crack there will hit both. Graffifi will go down first. Slacking is a little bit underhanded, but slower. Here comes the Earthquake. Doesn't affect Tornadus. We'll knock out the Slacking. Ooh. I haven't done any stat changes, guys, by the way. Like, this is day 2 of testing. I'm not doing any like physical changes to the team. But I'm going to switch Tornadus out for Regieleki. And I'm going to just Dragon Claw the Gyarados. We will most likely have Thunder Wave. So it could go into the to Garchomp and do a little bit of like stalling. But here comes the Dragon Claw into that Gyarados, and it's a crit, auto knocking him out. Wow. We didn't lose a single Pokemon this fight, guys. That's a twofer. All right, and our third match is ready to go. We've got Regidrago. Oh man, I've been wanting to use him since Gen 8. I wonder how they're gonna use him. We got Rillaboom, Iron Bundle, Golden Go, Tornadus, and Chi-Yu. So again, we do have to worry about Rillaboom because of Fake Out, and it's really strong Fake Out. Even Crit took a third of our health away, which then puts anybody into range, so we have to keep that in mind. Unfortunately, we don't have anyone that is going to be able to just ignore it, so that's going to be a thing. But I do not see Fluttermane. I see Chi-Yu, but no one in this list is going to be faster than my team and Iron Bundle. That's cool. That's cool. That's really, really dope. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do Tornadus. Iron Bundle could be a thing that we should worry about. Chien-Pao, we'll do that opening again. We'll bring in Garchomp, and I think I want to say Urshifu. I really want to say Urshifu. We'll bring in Regieleki. We'll leave Urshifu in the back. I think Mystic Water might need to be changed for Urshifu. I'm not 100%, but we'll look into that. Maybe the choice band item would be great for Urshifu. But again, we're testing this week. We're not going to make any changes, just to kind of get everything figured out. That's a shiny? Oh, bro, that person went to Gen 8 just to get that shiny. I don't even think he can come shiny. Wait, can they come shiny? Bro, what? Okay. So, Regidrago is going to be slower. He's perfectly meant for Trick Room. So we might get Taunt off before on the Tornadus, but we're not going to worry about that. We'll do Tailwind first, and then we'll Ice Spinner into Regidrago. We want to get... Okay, they retreated. We were trying to see who would come out like on top. So Iron Bundle's going to come out. Gonna have Quark Drive. Yep, there it is. So until they activate Tailwind, I'm faster. Tailwind goes off. Their Tailwind goes off, which is totally fine. We foresaw this. And then Ice Spinner is going to go right into that slot, which isn't going to do a whole lot. What? Ooh, interesting. So I'm going to swap. Wait, we shouldn't swap. We don't have Protect on this guy, so it wouldn't be beneficial to. Taunt? Would Taunt be beneficial here? Iron Bundle's so fast. Sacred Sword into Iron Bundle. So we're gonna taunt into their Tornadus. And Mental Herb did not proc. Icy Wind will now go into ours, which will not lower down its speed at all, but it will hit Chien-Pao. Bleak Wind Storm will now kick in, which will not knock out either one, and did a crit to Chien-Pao. It still lowers down the speed, but they both live. Sacred Sword into that slot will now knock out Iron Bundle. Oh my Lanta. That was so close. Our team is still looking really, really strong though. We are living through things. You see that? We're living. Regidrago comes back onto the field acting like nothing just happened. Even though its poor friend Iron Bundle just took a beating. I guess we're just gonna go on the offensive here because we can't really do anything now. It's I think it's 1 or 4 versus 3. I have to take a KO on something. Regieleki Regidrago is going to protect, which is totally fine. I went over to the Tornadus instead. Bleak Wind Storm goes off. We'll hit the Tornadus for about half. And then Icy Wind will now knock out both my Pokemon. I thought that I had this. No, I didn't. I didn't Sucker Punch. If I Sucker Punched, maybe that would have been a little bit different, but I didn't Sucker Punch. Which is totally fine. Now we bring out Garchomp, place on the left, and Regieleki on the right. Now these guys do have Tailwind for one more turn. So Garchomp is going to hit the Regidraco for a lot, but I'm also going to Terra Steel so that I don't get hit with anything the Regidraco is going to do. I'm also just going to Thunderbolt this Tornadus out of the field. Get out of here. I now outspeed everything on the field because of Tailwind. But even after Tailwind, I still outspeed everything on the field. Because that's 275. It's either 275 or 277. And just double that. That's a lot. Withdrew Tornadus. Who's your last one? Rillaboom. Good call. Next turn you can Fake Out. I'm going to Terra. My Garchomp here. Make it Terra Steel. So now Regidraco doesn't do a whole lot. Here comes Thunderbolt right into the Rillaboom. Doesn't do a whole lot. But here comes the Dragon Claw. Right into that slot, which is going to knock him out right away. Now remember, Rillaboom has Fake Out. So we have a choice that we need to make now. Do we double protect? Or do we not? I think the best option is to double protect because the Fake Out right now is going to hurt a lot. And if we don't plan accordingly, we're not going to be able to really do a whole lot. Our Tornadus is down. We can no longer rely on Tailwind. Their Tornadus is back. Their Tailwind's gone. They're going to probably activate Tailwind again, but I want to get rid of Fake Out, which is probably going to come out for the Rillaboom. So Fake Out was used, so we called it. It was going to go for the Regieleki. Also called it. And Tailwind gets used on Tornadus. Called it. Okay, all of our Pokemon now restore health because of the Grassy Surge. So now we're going to Dragon Claw into the Rillaboom, and we're going to Thunderbolt into Tornadus. We're no longer faster, but we can still withstand a lot of attacks. So let's hope that we can continue doing our job here. They're going to Terra. Who is it? Rillaboom? It's Tornadus. To make him dark. That was a terrible choice, if you ask me. You negate the damage that you would receive otherwise. Here comes the Icy Wind, which doesn't do a whole lot on the Garchomp. Will do a little bit on Regieleki. But right now, focusing on speed isn't going to be like the best. Stomping Tantrum is going to go into Regieleki, knock him out. But here comes the Dragon Claw, which is not going to knock out Rillaboom, but it does do a lot of damage. Tornadus recovers a little bit. Rillaboom also recovers a little bit. Now, how long does it have for Tailwind? 2 more turns. We're going to protect. We're trying to play around Tailwind now. Leak Storm doesn't do a whole lot. Stomping Tantrum. Now that's going to do a lot next turn. It's going to be a lot of damage next turn. Dragon Claw, the Rillaboom. Hopefully it misses. Bleak Wind doesn't do a whole lot. Doesn't drop our speed. Oh, it does. Stomping Tantrum. Oh, it still does a lot, but we live. Rough Skin does a little bit of damage, and now we're going to come in with the Dragon Claw to knock him out. Oh! Garchomp still stands. And now their Tailwind's gone. Can you do it? Can you do it? All of my attacks are now single target. We'll now do the 2 times boosted. Ah, dang it. The -2 speed did it. I was hoping that we'd be a little bit faster. Or that they would use a turn to activate Tailwind. Still, doing good, guys. Okay. The next match is up and ready to go. We've got Quillfish, Decidueye, Typhlosion, Samurott, Excalibur, and Klefki. I mean, my man Typhlosion is up here. Is it the normal one? Or is it the ghost one? Samurott's also here, and Decidueye is also here. I don't know about the Quillfish, though. I have no idea, guys. Okay, so let's get Tornadus set up. We will have to worry about Excalibur when we bring up Tornadus. What is he going to be weak against? We'll bring in Garchomp just to kind of set off the whole thing there. Urshifu and Chien-Pao. Actually, Moongus? Regieleki. Quillfish is Water Dark, I think. So we do have a lot of people that provides a lot of different coverages. I'm just kind of deciding which one's going to be the best. Okay, Quillfish and Klefki. It's Tornadus and Garchomp. So Intimidate goes off, so it's going to lower our stats, our attack stat 1 stage. Taunt the Klefki and Earthquake everything on that side of the field. Klefki is Steel Fairy, so it's weak against ground attacks, and because Quillfish is dark, it's also going to be affected by ground attacks, I believe. Either that or Quillfish has a different thing. Let me bring up Quillfish. Not attacks. I want this. Quillfish. They're gonna Terra. Klefki to Water, which is good. Good call. So Quillfish is Dark Poison. So Poison is weak against ground. So Klefki fell for Taunt. Here comes Earthquake from my man Garchomp. It's going to do a lot of damage to both of them, but only Quillfish is in the yellow. Toxic will now hit Garchomp. Lower the camera, man. Just lower. I need to be able to see my team. And Dazzling Gleam now comes out to hit both of my Pokemon. Garchomp is now on a timer. So there's that. But I don't think the timer is typically a bad thing. So we'll do Tailwind. Well, do we right now we do outspeed them. And with Klefki being taunted, he's not going to be doing anything outside of, you know, things. And I don't remember seeing anyone that was like Fluttermane or Iron Bundle. So I guess we'll do our attacks. Yeah, Earthquake. I was gonna do something else. It's like, no, maybe not. Like Wind will now hit both. This should get the KO on both of them now. Klefki with the Citrus Berry gets him back up to half. So maybe in the green? Just in the green. Here comes the Earthquake. Doesn't affect Tornadus, but will knock out the Quillfish and put Klefki back into the red. So next one would knock him out. Unless he does Dazzling Gleam, which he does, into my slot. Garchomp is now gone. Garchomp, no! My man Garchomp, why? Now we bring out Regieleki. Maybe. It's taking a while. There we go. I was like, don't you dare DC on me. I swear to God. And here comes Baxcalibur. Okay. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and Ray dance it up. And I mean he's ice. That's not gonna really do anything. That is gonna hurt Tornadus though. Once he attacks, it's gonna do a lot to Tornadus. Will Electro Lab to lower to the speed. Withdrew Klefki, good call. Now this will bring out your fourth, and it'll be Typhlosion. Oh, it's the really cool one. Oh, that's dope. Okay. Rain Dance. Baxcalibur protected, by the way. And now we have a red fire, just pure fire Typhlosion. Oh, which is going to use Lava Plume. Gotcha. Gotcha. You're going to use Lava Plume to give Baxcalibur a boost. I see what you're doing here. I like it. But I'm going to knock you out now because I don't want that to be on the field for a long period of time. Thank you very much. I'm just going to Thunderbolt you right in the face. You can protect now, which is a good call. But I'm going to Thunderbolt you in the face if you don't. So please protect yourself. Typhlosion, I don't want to knock you out. But please do it. Please do it. You're my man. You're like, dude. Thunderbolt into Typhlosion, doesn't protect himself. He goes down. I'm sorry, Typhlosion. He was my favorite fire starter. I love Cyndaquil. In Gold and Silver, that was my starter. I feel so bad. Icicle Spear will now go into the Regieleki. Why? Dude, Tornadus is right there. He's super effective against that. Why? What? I mean, are you a loaded dice set? Like, bro. Tornadus. I mean, I don't think it really matters at this point. Klefki now comes out. Cool beans. I don't have... Oh, I've never had Tailwind. Oh, okay. Two? I mean, I should taunt my Klefki, right? Like, that's what I should do. No, Klefki's not going to last very long. Okay, so we're going to Bleak Wind, and I'm going to Aqua Jet into... Wow, nothing gets over there. But this is water, baby. Let's go Aqua Jet into Klefki. Aqua Jet. Boom. Priority. Priority, ladies and gentlemen. Priority. Ice Shard goes in Tornadus. Tornadus is down. And now we close combat the Baxcalibur. And because he's got a minus speed by 1 stage thanks to Electro Web. Close combat. Boom! 100% move doesn't miss. Let's go. Let's go, Urshifu! All right. And our final match of the day is going to be against Landorus, Qianpao, Urshifu. Wow, I couldn't remember his name. Tornadus, Heatran, and Bluttermane. Interesting team that we have here. Landorus though, and it's not even his Therian form, it's his Genie form. So what does Genie Landorus offer then the other ones don't? I'm not 100% sure, but he still has a Genie with Prankster. So that's interesting. Where are you, Mr. Genie? There you are. You are Sand Force or Sheer Force? You must be Sheer Force because Sand Force, I mean, you could, Sand Force could help, but he doesn't have anyone that's going to really benefit from that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead with Tornadus and Chien-Pao, Urshifu, and then Garchomp. I think that's going to be the best one. So yeah, like you could do Sand Force Landorus, right? That could be something that you would run, but you don't have anyone to take advantage of the Sand Force. Like you don't have Lycanroc, you don't have Hippowdon. Copperjaw could possibly get like a benefit from that, but it's a weather setter, which is neat. Oh, Tornadus and Landorus. Okay. So, are you sheer forcing this? You are sheer forcing this. Okay. We're going to go ahead and just Tailwind it up. And we're going to go ahead and use Ice Spinner into Landorus. Because you don't really have anything that's really, really scary at the moment. And you are now times 4 to Ice, by the way. Are you going to Terra? They are. Terra is going to be for Landorus. Good call. Fairy. Terrible call. Activate Tailwind. Because your Tornadus is going to do the same thing. There's that. Ice Spinner. 2/3, not bad. Sludge Bomb. Crits. Now Sheer Force does more damage, but it removes the secondary effect. Sludge Bomb will not poison me. Will not. It will refuse. Who's in the back again? Urshifu and Garchomp. Will Bleak. And I will knock out Landorus. Landorus will protect. It's a good call. Maybe I should have went after the Tornadus instead. Ice Spinner into Landorus slot. Not going to do a whole lot, but it will make him last one more turn. Now Bleak is not going to hit Landorus, but it's also not going to knock out the Tornadus either. It will not drop a stage either. But my Tornadus goes down, which will now give me the ability to bring out someone else, which I'm going to bring out Garchomp. Now Garchomp is going to Terra, and it's going to use all of its power and might into Landorus, and Tornadus is now going to get knocked out by Ice Spinner. So Terra Steel, Terra Blast into the Landorus slot is going to do a lot of damage. Will I outspeed them is another question. But if Landorus does Sludge Bomb, it's not going to do anything to Garchomp whatsoever. And Bleak Wind is also not going to do anything to Garchomp whatsoever. So Tornadus will now protect. Good call. Landorus can't. So Ice Spinner into Tornadus isn't going to do anything because to protect. Landorus, however, is going to use Sheer. Okay. Oh. Owie. That was a lot. He also outsped me? What's his speed? 101? Garchomp's 102. Mine's not built for speed, though. It's not Jolly. It's Adamant. Because it's Adamant. I have Tailwind for one more turn. Searching Strikes would knock out Landorus with no problem. But he was able to outspeed. No. Well, I don't think it matters. Tornadus is going to just reactivate. Yeah, well, Aqua Jet. Tornadus is just going to activate Tailwind next turn. Sludge Bomb. Bleak Wind. Oh, Urshifu dodges the attack. That's dope. Tailwind is gone for both teams, but I don't think it really matters. I'm going to Aqua Jet into Landorus again, which is going to knock him out, but I'm going to get hit for a lot. Unless he Tailwinds now. Oh wait, it doesn't really matter because Aqua Jet's priority. But still, this was a really good game. We ended at 3-2, which is unfortunate. I thought that we'd end in 4-1. He did go for Tailwind though. But again, I don't think it really matters. Because, yeah, it's now 3 versus 1. So we're out of here. They have Tailwind, I have Protect, but Urshifu can get around that, so it doesn't matter. Alrighty guys, that'll be our matches for today. Out of 10 matches, we are 3-7. But in this video, we won the majority of our matches, so 3-2. Congratulations, guys. We did really, really well. For a second day of team testing, this isn't a bad result whatsoever. It's actually pretty normal. Now, the first 2 matches, we won, and we went from the bottom or maybe the mid of rank 8 to like halfway through rank 9 in Great Ball. So I'm excited for that. And if we would have won that match, we probably would have hit Ultra Ball, which is kind of where I want to be in. But nonetheless, we did a really good job today. So some of the Pokemon that I have listed here that we kind of want to look out for. Quillfish is not really one of the things, right? It's still good to know about Quillfish because of not only Intimidate, but it also has Acupuncture or Acupressure, I guess. It sharply boosting one of its allies' stats, Destiny Bond, and Toxic. So a lot of those things are going to be used later on the ladder. Glamora is still going to be really, really high in the ladder because of stuff like that. Destiny Bond for sure is going to catch a lot of people surprised if they continue to build with this Pokemon. Now, it is Quillfish. You can put him on with the Eviolite, which is going to make it so that his evolved form, I don't think his evolved form is any good, to be honest with you, but still, Eviolite on Quillfish made it survive at least 2 attacks with my team. So there's that if you want to food for thought. Rillaboom, obviously someone that has not only Taunt, but can also Fake Out. So that's interesting. And some of its other egg moves are Worry Seed, which is something I was going to use last season. Can also use Strength, which is really, really interesting. That's like a TM move and not an actual move, but they brought it back for some reason. That's dope. Leech Seed is also be able to use. You can do Growth and Hammer Arm, but the biggest one is Fake Out for sure. And it's incredibly fast. It's 85 as his base, but with Grassy, Grassy Surge, which then gives everyone that ability to get health back, but you can also use Grass Seed, which then gives him a small boost as well. So there's obviously that. Fake Out for sure is a good thing to have. Landorus, Sheer Force Landorus, my man, boosts the power by 30%. It's pretty much Life Orb without actually giving up any type of HP or locking yourself into a specific slot like choice items. Now imagine if you had Sheer Force plus that, that'd be broken. Could you imagine if you opened up with Landorus and Tornadus in their Genie form? Rain Dance with Tornadus to give, that Sand Seer Storm? That would be 100% accurate in the rain, by the way. And then you give him like a choice item, choice band, or even scarf. Like it's really, really high. But he was able to outspeed Garchomp in that game under Tailwind, which is really, really interesting. Garchomp has 102 base speed while he has 101. So the only way that he was able to outspeed me is because I didn't set it to Jolly. So maybe I should reset Garchomp to Jolly stats. Maybe we need to do that. And lastly, I brought up Garchomp just to kind of see what his stats would be. But at 102 speed, like the dude is really, really fast. But Landorus had it much better. Like that's Sandseer Storm. Woo! Sheer Force with that, you just negate the burn effect, but it does 30% more. And then again, Life Orbit, Choice Item it. I think it's a ground move. It is a ground move, so Soft Sand gives it a little bit more, and you get a lot of damage out of it. Jesus. Anyways, great strats all the way around, especially with that attack. So yeah. So that's gonna be it for this video though. I hope that you guys liked it. Again, happy 4th of July. And for the folks across the seas outside the United States, I guess happy Tuesday. I don't know if you guys support Independence Day or if there's a holiday for you guys. I don't want to finish that because I'm going to sound terrible. But happy day regardless to you guys over on the other side of the pond. But if you like the video, like it, dislike it if you don't, subscribe if you're new, or if you like watching my videos, if you're a constant revisitor, you can hit the bell button if you want. It really does help out the channel quite a bit. Any and all support that you guys are willing to give is grateful from my end. Leaving a comment down below would also tell me a lot. In this video, what do you guys like about the second day of testing? What would have you done differently? Would you make changes to the team, and what would you make those changes for? Just let me know, and let's get a conversation going. Until then, I'll see you guys on Wednesday. I hope that you have a great day, and I'll see you then for day 3 of testing. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.